Hi, welcome to Composition. I'm photographer Robert Patterson, and I'm here to walk you through some of the rules and guidelines that make up composition. Now, what is composition, you might ask? Well, simply put, composition is the arrangement of elements and objects within a work of art. Sounds pretty simple, right? Well, it's not. This is where photography goes from the mechanical and the technical to a set of rules that are kind of vague and flexible and sometimes confusing. But don't worry, there's some simple things you can learn that will help you start to improve your photography right away. The fun thing about this section is that we'll mostly be looking at photographs, and if you're here now, I'm sure you already have a love of looking at photography, but that's what you have to do. You have to learn how to look at a photo and recognize all these elements we're going to be talking about, and then when you go out into the world and look around, you'll start to envision the world the way it will look on a two-dimensional surface of a photo, as opposed to how it looks in a 3D world. Now, the beauty of this section is that these are rules that are universal. They apply to all kinds of art, whether you're using a paintbrush, your SLR, your cell phone, or even an IMAX camera for that matter. So it's a great base of knowledge to know. We're going to talk about the rule of thirds and the golden mean, lines, all of these kinds of things. But before we get into that, we'll look at a few quick fixes for the most common mistakes that people make that are essentially composition errors. We can fix those right away. Beyond this, we'll look at a few more elements that aren't strictly part of composition, but are things that need to be considered when you're composing a shot. Things like depth of field, light, and color. Now, a lot of these are rules that are meant to be bent and broken, so don't overthink things too much. It's easy to get lost in composition. So just sit back, enjoy the show, and in no time at all, you'll be taking much better photographs.